Welcome to another video. I posted a video on Sunday about stopping drinking alcohol with medications, and I wanted to just clarify a couple of things. First of all, there is a conflation about medication aimed at people who are stopping drinking alcohol. From the way I see it, there are two different types of pharmaceuticals. First are those that mitigate against the damage that's already been caused. The person drinks for many years, a lot of alcohol, there's a lot of physical damage, they try to stop and they're at risk of DTs, seizures or worse. And a few things about this. Number one, to get to that stage, you have to drink a lot of alcohol over a long period of time. And the evidence suggests that to get to that stage, you've got to drink 15 plus drinks a day over years, right? 5 to 10 years. Now, the second thing is those at risk of DTs or seizures or any of that, the worst end of this kind of stuff, they're in a tiny minority of those trying to stop. And I used to think it was maybe 5%. And the more research I've done into this, the more it's coming out at about 0.2% overall. So less than a fifth of 1%. Number three, the danger is present regardless, right? The core villain here is always going to be the chronic alcohol consumption. That creates the damage creates the danger. Stopping alcohol unmasks the damage, it triggers the symptoms, and that in itself exacerbates the risk. But the damage and the danger are there whether or not you stop. The danger comes from the damage. It doesn't come from the stopping. When you don't have those levels of damage, there is very little risk in stopping. Now, the second type of drugs that we talked about on Sunday were those that help people after they stop. During the coping period, they help with the cravings, the triggers, the sleeplessness, all that kind of stuff. Now, here's a few of my thoughts on those types of drugs. The first thing is that these drugs may be necessary with that 0.2% who need those crucial drugs, but they're not crucial and they're not necessary, especially for the 99.8%, right? The second thing is these are meds that are supposed to help with that transitional discomfort, right? Getting you from A to B, going through that discomfort. Number three, 40 to 60% of those who want to quit drinking alcohol now are looking for pain-free transition. Now, that's not going to happen. Discomfort is part of this change. Discomfort is facing into some of the things that you've been hiding away from. So how can you get away from that with medication? Number four, pain is a form of motivation. Now, what do you think is going to happen when you try to medicate the pain away? What do you think that does to the motivation? Number five, discomfort isn't a bad thing. If it's aimed at a positive outcome, if you're aiming towards something, we're transitioning here, going from a person who drinks all the time and their life is going through all the consequences because of that drinking, and you're moving to a person who doesn't drink, you're doing a bit of work and you're improving your life. So that's a positive outcome. That's what the discomfort is about. Medication risks undercutting that motivation, which risks undercutting momentum. And six, this is a final point I want to make about those who fail in this journey. The people who fail, they don't generally fail because of the discomfort. They fail when the discomfort starts to wane and the motivations to have a drink, they start to ramp up. So you switch in motivation. Quitting always unmasks the things that we were hiding from, like I said earlier on. And without the pain and motivation moving us away from alcohol, we start to risk the pain moving us in the opposite direction, back towards that old life. I'll tell you where I am with medication in my life. I put all medications through that one simple test. If it's crucial, I'll take it. If it's comfort, I likely won't take it. I'm big into my hiking and walking, getting out into the mountains. If I injure my foot or injure my leg and it stops me from doing that, I'll take a paracetamol. But if I get a headache, I'll never take a paracetamol. I've never taken antibiotics, and you know what? I never get the flu. And there's not a hope in hell's chance I'm taking any antidepressants or sleeping pills. And I'm not telling you not to do this. I'm telling you this is what I do. For me, there is value in struggle. The whole point of these videos is to try and encourage you to open up your choices, to see that there are other choices available to you. Not to dismiss the ideas because you don't think you have the willpower to do these things. Anybody can stop drinking alcohol without the meds, right? Most people anyway, If you step out of that 0.2%, Now, it's just learning. It's learning the skills. In most cases, these are micro skills that you have to learn. They're not that difficult to take on board. You have a roadmap, a step-by-step approach. Do number 1, do number 2, do number 3, so on and so forth. And these then expand your choices. And they make the best choices blatantly obvious. You know, well, this is a choice that's going to take me there. It's going to take me to the place that I want to go. This is the choice that's going to take me backwards. So there's no chance I'm going to take that one, right? But let's face it, there are some things in life that you're never going to learn unless you go through the pain of learning them. So I'll leave it there for today. Let me know if you have any questions, any comments about this or anything else. Take care of yourself. Onwards and upwards. Bye now.